the more our country getting modernized, like good English, we gotta utilize the internet to educate ourselves on what happened in the past. You hear me? So me, I love YouTube University. We're gonna watch another YouTube documentary on Liberian history. This one is called The True Cause of the War. That war wasn't small thing, yeah man. So let's just get straight to it. We're gonna do this part piece by piece. I think this might be our focus for the rest of the month when it comes to black and Liberian history. Alright, there you go.
It all started on Sunday, December 24th, 1989. As the rest of the world was preparing for Christmas, Liberia plunged into chaos when a small group of rebels crossed into the country from Côte d'Ivoire under the command of Charles Taylor, a former government official.
Robbie Taylor.
It all
Let's run the
started
tape
on
back.
Sunday, December 24th, 1989. As the
1989.
rest of the world was preparing for Christmas, Liberia plunged
Like
into chaos
1989,
when a
I
small
wanna
group
probably
of
start
rebels
it.
crossed into the country from Côte d'Ivoire under the command of Charles Taylor, a former government official.
Wait, so that you lady Bobby came from Côte d'Ivoire. You're fresh, man. You hold on, run it back, man. Run it back. Run the T back.
It all
Let
started
me position
on Sunday,
myself.
December 24th,
Uh-huh.
1989. As the rest of the world was preparing for Christmas, Liberia plunged into chaos when a small group of rebels
Why
crossed into the
people
country from
getting
Côte
ready for
d'Ivoire
Christmas
under
or
the
getting
command
ready
of
for
Charles
war?
Taylor, a former government official. This group,
Taylor was in the government? I thought he came straight from prison. Who government Taylor a part of? I never knew that. It may be since now. It may be since. Okay.
known as the National Patriotic Front of Liberia,
Look how the teen little boy and holding in here. Take it back. Hold on.
to the country from Côte d'Ivoire under the command of Charles Taylor, a former
This guy. Wait, I'll catch the picture for you. Hold on. Oh, hold on.
It all started on Sunday, December 24th.
Sunday, December 24th, 1989.
1989. As the rest of the world was
While the rest of the world celebrating Christmas,
preparing for Christmas, Liberia plunged into
the rest of the world was shooting fire with our Brazilian was shooting AK-47.
chaos when a small group of rebels
Look. So young man. I bet you not Guinness the other Brazilian drinking. I bet you. Yo, when they pick up truck and started patrolling like bro with their type of weapon, we are living in the interior side. Hey. When they pick up they were used to be passing around up and down. Everywhere in Liberia. Liberia, I don't have no road during those times. When they pick the way they used to call it how small boy and put them on the back of the pickup. I know that Guinness is probably drinking.
crossed into the country from Côte d'Ivoire
From Côte
under
d'Ivoire.
the command of Charles Taylor,
Taylor.
a former
I can't catch that picture, but you copy it.
government official. This group, known as the National Patriotic Front of Liberia,
What they going need? They going red. I forgot they need, but they going were very popular during the war. Young men that was our favorite weapon. Y'all like eat America, your YNs, your Gen Z, your millennials. Y'all be walking around with your the thing that Liberian men were walking around with in the early 2000s. I'm telling you, like gangster thing that y'all say y'all beat on. Y'all American men, y'all ain't gangster. The thing that they Bobby men used to be on when we were teenager men in Liberia. We peaceful now. We peaceful people now. But I'm telling you, like who?
NPFL, aimed
NPFL.
to overthrow the government of President Samuel Doe, whose
The Bobby.
regime had become notorious for
Hey, Who is this Bobby Ray? There is always one of this, and there is always one of this to present his shit like this. White people and black people, we facing the same problem. We all been facing the same problem since 1911. They want to tell us that religion and racism. It's because they are you know open your insurance name. You see this right here, this thing right here. Alright. Let me play the video. Like I tell you, like country people history, and so I'll be dissecting my video while I watch it. If you like it, go somewhere else.
Widespread corruption, ethnic favoritism,
hold on, run that
and
back.
brutal
Hold on.
repression.
That boy do a fly.
Tailors, fighters, many of whom were
Do a fly. I won't catch you fly.
aimed to overthrow the
Taylor used to put that shit on too though. You see, Brabby used to get busy. Brabby used to get
government of
busy.
President Samuel Doe, whose regime had become notorious for widespread corruption, ethnic favoritism, and brutal repression. Tailors, fighters,
That one I did, other one I nothing new.
many of whom were teenage
Hold on, lady. They Liberia warrior, I'm telling you, they Liberia war have made them feeling like they were
from
invisible.
the Geo and Mano ethnic
Shout out to my native people. You see, this the Liberia we were supposed to continue to show the world.
marginalized under Doe's government, initially gained popular support in the region. As the NPFL captured town after town, they presented themselves as liberal.
I swear to God, Liberia war is only war where men were really fly fighting war, bro. Like, let us say it also. That war, I don't know if it was war, bro. I don't know if Liberia war was really war. I can't call that thing war. I think that thing was just chaos, man.
From Doe's tyranny. However, the government's response
This was 1980.
was immediate and ruthless. Liberian troops, dominated by the Kran ethnic group loyal to Doe, launched a violent crackdown on civilians in cities or
Oh, so doing do time like the crime minute do were using it. Like wait a minute. So most of the crime people in y'all are the army, y'all are the original army men. Wow.
already captured by the rebels, especially targeting Geo and Mano communities. This brutal retaliation only increased support for Taylor's cause. What began as a localized insurgency quickly evolved into a broader civil conflict. Ethnic tensions flared, atrocities multiplied, and Taylor's forces expanded rapidly, eventually encircling Monrovia. His attack on Liberia set in motion a 14-year civil war from 1989 to 2003, leaving a legacy of destruction, loss of over 250,000 lives,
That's
war
how my
crimes,
sister on my
and
camera.
deep national trauma.
Oh,
To
bringing
this
it back,
day,
bringing it back,
Liberia
bringing it
hasn't
back.
recovered from the war. To
Bring it
understand
back.
this
Shout out to
brutal
you. Shout out to you.
complex, one must begin with Liberia's unique
We have a little
historical roots
technical
and the
difficulty,
deep
but
socio-political fractures that preceded the outbreak
I'm
of war.
currently working on it. I am currently working on it. You give me.
The history of Liberia is a very interesting one. Unlike other African
Okay.
nations
Are we
that
back?
came into existence through European
Yes,
colonization,
we're back.
Liberia had a totally different origin. After the abolition of the slave trade, which lasted for over 400 years, a group of American elites, politicians, slaveholders, and abolitionists believed that free African American slaves should be resettled in Africa, so they founded the American Colonization Society to help freed slaves return to them.
That Joseph Jiggy Robert video I dropped, I told you about ACS. For those of y'all that new to ACS, ACS is what Liberia became. Yeah, man, like good English. American Colonization Society. When they say the deep state, the ACS is one of the deep state. When they say the left wing, the right wing, which is the same bread. ACL was one of them bread names before. the 21st century. Go through your history.
Motherland. Some members of the American Colonization Society saw this as a way to spread Christianity and Western civilization to Africa.
Y'all see? They always put religion in front of us. I say I believe in God, I believe in God. They say God, you believe in. I say God, I believe in. I don't know why I did that, and I know they will sing. Yeah. They always put religion there. I give you. Religion and racism.
Others simply wanted to remove freed black people.
This is important. Shout out to the women there for making a Liberian flag. I know it looks like American flag, but we ain't care. One thing about us Liberian, will take your stuff, cook it, and make it better than the original.
From the United States, fearing they could incite rebellion or destabilize the slave-based economy of the South. In 1821, the American Colonization Society acquired land from local West African leaders under controversial circumstances.
You see? You're on controversial circumstances. I hope you caught that tea.
22 in 1865, thousands of freed African Americans were sent to Liberia. These settlers, who came to be known as Americo-Liberians, brought with them American customs.
Let me run that back for y'all African Americans. What they said? 1822. What happened in 1822?
Local West African leaders under controversial circumstances.
Between
1822 and 1865, thousands of freed African Americans were sent to Liberia.
Between 1822 to 1865, thousands of African Americans were sent to now what is called Liberia. 1822, 1922, that's 100 years. 2002, that's 200 years. So that 1,000 people that went to that place called Liberia now, what does that bloodline look like? Cool.
These settlers, who came to be known as Americo-Liberians, brought with them American customs, dress, religious beliefs, Western-style education, and governance styles.
Cultural assimilation. That's what Liberia is. The melting pot of Africa, especially West Africa. It is Liberia. Not Nigeria, not Ghana. The real one know. Your grandparents know. Your grandparents they know. So you act like you know. They Black History Room month. Who your mind empire? Liberia. Alright, let me keep playing. Me, I like to joke and educate myself. So, you don't. What is it? Confederation state. Alright, all the technical governmental stuff, I'm coming.
They established towns and cities resembling those in the United States.
Wait. Is this, is this Liberia? Nah, this can't be, bro. Hold on, let me zoom in. Is this Tubman Boulevard? Nah. Liberia don't got this. Nah. Liberia, nah. This what, I guess this is what Monrovia was supposed to look like. It kind of look like Monrovia though. But this ain't Monrovia.
Especially the southern states, and attempted to recreate a society similar to what they had known or aspired to.
They try. I'm gonna lie, these people try.
The replication of social hierarchies and class distinctions, even though many of them had once been slaves or descendants of slaves. The first set of settlers struggled with tropical diseases and resistance from the indigenous tribes.
Malaria, man. La blood got weaker. When they came to America, la blood got weaker. So when they returned, la blood was weaker for the malaria, man. Malaria ain't play with eating.
But eventually became used to the situation, despite the fact that these freed slaves had been...
Look at Liberia founding fathers, all looking like African American Brazilian. Every single one of them, maybe he got one or two native guys, but he kind of looked like Chris Chris Rock. He look like a Chris Rock ancestor right here. He look like a pastor. I bet you all these people was pastors. One thing about it, I feel like these are the folks that these are the Uncle Ruckus, bro. I feel like they send us the Uncle Ruckus, man. If you copy the cool, you copy the cool. They send the Uncle Ruckus of the Boondocks to Liberia. Why, baby? This guy look like, I'm gonna say for real. Yeah, they got kind of look like for real. He for sure light skin. He mixed. Either his mom or his pops was white. You could tell. You could tell he black, but you feel me? He got that white gene in him. Who else? It give him businessman. It give him reverend. It give him doctor. It give him DJ. It give him club promoter. I see your doctor. I see your doctor right here. This is a doctor right here. Alright. Oh, what if you do? No, come back. Okay.
Agency in northern Liberia, crossing over from Guinea. Fighting erupted in Lofa County,
Shout out to
a
Lofa.
region strategically located on the borders of Sierra Leone and Guinea. Taylor's forces, now known as the Anti-Terrorist Unit, ATU, and
ATU.
loyalist militias.
If you know, you know. ATU. If you know, you know. If you don't know, try to know. That those who know. ATU.
Responded fiercely. But unlike in the past, Taylor's regime no longer enjoyed the same monopoly on military power or regional support. The rebels gained ground steadily. By 2001, the war was intensifying. Taylor's security forces carried out massacres and repression in response to rebel advances, further alienating civilians. Entire communities fled their homes. The UN imposed arms embargoes and economic sanctions, accusing Taylor of sponsoring terrorism and instability in West Africa. Taylor's global reputation was now that of a pariah. In 2002, Taylor declared a state of emergency, claiming that LURD had infiltrated parts of Monrovia.
I'm telling you, man.
Heavy fighting erupted in the north and west of the country.
All that brain mess up our country, yo. And y'all are just out there, you're just let it, they probably do whatever, bro. Like, it can never say real with me. I'm gonna lie, it can never say real with me. They won't have been what they
Fighters moved closer to the capital, bolstered by arms supplies and support from Guinea. Human rights abuses.
Guinea, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, and no country, no place they can never say real in my heart too, bro. Yeah. I feel like your master favorite country. Those countries have forever. No places, I'm sorry to say. Places like Ivory Coast, Guinea, Nigeria, Ghana, they have been master favorite country. Favorite area in Africa, not places like Liberia. Like if you really dissect West African history, you can't be my cool. Sierra Leone and Liberia has always been the resistant era, bro. Like nobody really want to talk about it. Sierra Leone and Liberia really been like the resistant place, bro. Alright.
Soared on all sides. Schools and hospitals were shuttered. The country was in collapse once again.
Look. Young people, bro. Y'all in older Liberia, this is what y'all did to a whole generation. And now you're calling it so cool. And now you're telling them to find a job. When y'all had a country in your hand.
Model opened a new front in the
Look at that young man, bro. Look at that. I hope I catch it.
steadily.
Look at American, yeah, they cut the. When they care about people, they won't looking like, yeah, they coming for. This might be at the American embassy.
By 2000,
Look. These are all young people, bro. These are all young people.
1. The war was intensified.
1, 2, 3. I remember this shirt. For your fashion designer, this is a reference. ATU unit. I think this
Taylor's
is ATU
security
unit.
forces carried out massacres and repression in response to rebel advances, further alienating civilians. Entire communities fled their homes. The UN imposed arms embargoes and economic sanctions, accusing Taylor of sponsoring terrorism and instability in West Africa.
Y'all are around the Brabby-ish. What was wrong with your brain? I ain't gonna lie. Y'all Liberian that were around the people they is doing your time. What was really wrong with your brain? Your side they make it to all private key red. Nah, private key and Costa make it to all.
Africa. Taylor's global reputation was now that of a pariah. In
What global reputation? Shout out to this is tough.
2002, Taylor declared a state of emergency, claiming that
I remember that. I was a young buck, but I remember that.
LURD had infiltrated
Young Brabine. Small boy.
parts
Small boy. 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 Your old mother lover, then this is what you did to the youth.
of Monrovia.
This is what you did to the youth and the young adults.
Yeah.
You rob a whole generation. Look, they want owner. Look. I don't know who they got, but I don't like you. I like you already. I don't like you.
Fighting erupted in the north.
Small ball. Small ball. Small ball. Small ball. Small ball. All small. What they went probably doing there. And see what we talking. And see, it don't matter what side. Both sides. I know the both sides. Both sides. Rebel government, they have to protect it, probably. They want in our game, bro.
And west of the country.
Small ball.
Lured fight
Who gave money to get Nissan Altima? Nissan Altima and Toyota they were BB car they doing the war. That doesn't talk so. When we talk about war car, you fighting war. What kind of regular car you take? Nissan Altima and Toyota they top that list.
is moved close
Full runner. Everything full runner.
to the
Full
capital,
runner. Full runner with the car off the wall.
bolstered
The car on Liberian war was full
by
runner.
armed
Toyota
supplies and
full one. Full.
support
I can't
from
say
the
talk good right now.
human
He gave for his saying. Hey, Brabby.
rights
Yeah, Brabby thinking twice. He thinking twice. Him right here, he thinking twice.
abuses
Man, I had to go for it.
soared on all sides.
I be here. They want to let be.
Schools
I classrooms were all new anyway. They started shooting. I ain't gonna lie.
and hospitals
Hospital
were
everything.
shuttered. The country was in collapse once again.
Somebody threw the red. Somebody laid cha. And everything when they small they tell them say, oh, when they shoot at you, you stay alive. You invisible. Nothing will hit you. And you hit one of them. Rest in peace to all the people that have died, man. Rest in peace to all the people that have died during the war. And to your older generation will never forgive you. God second forgive you.
In the meantime,
Oh, you can see the pain. Just look at it, get face. Yeah, look at them by here too. Beat you, man. Your money getting I call yourself and beat you. These were the real beat you now. Our aunt and auntie, our uncle, ne.
model
Look at it be.
opened
Look at it be. Small boy. Look at it be. Y'all say men they don't go for a war. What men they into? Y'all say men this to go for a war. Y'all say men did to go for a war, Labiro. Let's talk about it. All they thought y'all be doing on the internet. Y'all say men this to go for a war. And I didn't see men y'all calling Zogo today. Let's talk so. Y'all in the war. No rehabilitation center then I made sense. Then you're telling around calling Bradley and this Zogo. I didn't call men at this Zogo. You can't call men as this Zogo if you haven't providing help, bro. You're robbing me of a whole future. He probably sleep on the street right now. Or probably dead. That's also, yo.
New front in the southeast, attacking through the Ivory Coast. Liberia was now fighting a two-front war, with rebel forces closing in from both directions. By early 2003, the situation had become dire. Heavy fighting erupted in the north and west of the country. Lured fighters moved closer to the capital, bolstered by arms supplies and support from Guinea. Human rights abuses soared on all sides. Schools and hospitals were shuttered. The country was in collapse once again. In the meantime, Model opened a new front in the southeast, attacking through the Ivory Coast. Liberia was now fighting a two-front war, with rebel forces closing.
Why were Ivory Coast used a lot? Why Ivory Coast in Guinea was Ivory Coast in Guinea? Ivory Coast in Guinea. Ivory Coast in Guinea. Ivory Coast in Guinea. The amount of things you stole from Liberia, yo, me go. Me, I'll say because I used to live in our region, and I know the type of thing that I'll take place. One of my uncle was immigration officer and I look at to Bolo. So I know what I'm talking about. When they kill Baga, we flee to look at to Bolo. I was a Peking, man. I was a Peking. Bro. There's a lot more chicken out there that I'm picking into, and you don't get into it, man. But they tell Labrin, one thing Labrin don't let to talk about bad thing. And me, the war thing we gotta dissect the war situation on the internet. Like one thing been going quiet in the our Liberian culture. The whole war from the first one to the last one, we gotta dissect it and make sure those who have something to do with it. We getting anti-R, bro. Anti-R. Because those see people, so when they stay in the government, like nephew and our niece, got political power, position and all that. So, until we get everybody anti-R, our country can never really move forward, bro. So all them mean that in that, what is it, TRLC report, we need to dissect it. You know what? I'll dissect our report another day on this show.
In from both directions.
I'm telling you, the war fit me. If I was a fashion designer, I would watch all Liberia war of video just to get ideas on fashion.
By early 2003, the situation had become dire. Monrovia was under siege, civilians were trapped, and humanitarian conditions were catastrophic. Thousands of people were killed or injured, and hundreds of thousands
were take that back.
Front in the southeast, attacking through the Ivory Coast. Liberia was now fighting a two-front war, with rebel forces closing in from both directions. By early 2003, the situation had become dire. Monrovia was under siege, civilians were trapped, and humanitarian conditions were catastrophic. Thousands of people.
That is human being boom. That is recipes to the first war. This was the unnecessary killing that was going on in Liberia. This picture right here speaks so much fucking volume, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. And so, nah, we gotta tighten up, bro. We gotta tighten up. And us millennials and Gen Z, we gotta tighten up. I'm telling you, people need to get locked up. A lot of people still out there living comfortably. Only chapter I know in jail for that bro. That's a problem. Prince Johnson gone. Somewhere can go to. And I will be pissing on your grief. Me, I'll say. All of y'all are cause problem. Whether you say you're on the good side or the bad side. No. All of y'all on the sin side. And when you die, I will be pissing on your grief. Me, I'll say. Me, I will piss on your grief. I will piss on your grief because the situation talk my body. So, all of your grief deserve to be. Oh, I'm sorry to say. Damn. Y'all forgive me for those of y'all are watching it. But this is what? This right here. This is Liberia, man. Liberia.
People were killed or injured, and hundreds of thousands were displaced. The capital became a war zone. Shells and mortars fell.
This bridge, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. I'm telling you, Liberians are afraid to talk about the civil war on the internet. We need to talk about it. We really need to talk about it. The more our country develops, and yes, we've been peaceful. We've been a peaceful country for the past 20 years. And you go by the past, what? Let's say 60 or almost 1 year. This has been the most peace we have seen Liberia ever been, which is a good thing. But them motherfuckers that cause all those conflict, they need to pay. And so they stay in our government. If you check this money, I become president, vice president, senators, governor, motherfuckers they need to pay.
Indiscriminately, food and medical supplies were nearly non-existent.
This is Black History Month. We gotta talk about it. Ain't being talked about. Look at this. Look at people, family. Look, probably crying because they not lose every look. Hope people looking. Yeah, listen. Yeah, man. We gotta be more proactive, man. We gotta be more proactive, man.
Internationally, Taylor's regime began to crack. The Special Court for Sierra Leone.
Naomi Campbell. Like not Nairobi.
Catastrophic.
Nairobi.
Thousands of people were killed or injured, and hundreds of thousands.
I took it way back. Where's she at?
Meanwhile, regional powers.
There she is. There she is.
Domestically and
there she
internationally.
Is. I don't say Nairobi or Naomi Campbell. Like good English.
The Special Court for Sierra Leone.
This is woman part of the Jeffrey Epstein shenanigans. Now y'all do the above. She was part of Jeffrey Epstein shenanigans, and she was part of that bro shenanigans. They don't want to go. How they say now we became. Listen, the Bible said, I know the Bible, the Quran, all the religious books, they talk about the devil. They say the devil is like a little damn fun. And now they say Nairobi Kimmel, she one of them. You know what I mean? She is one of them.
Leone issued an indictment against him for war crimes and
she lied on that Bobby Taylor. She said he ain't give her the time. Lie on that Barbie. She blew. She lied on that Barbie.
Crimes against humanity for his role in Sierra Leone's
She got a
civil
bit.
war. Meanwhile,
He already been
regional powers, including Nigeria,
Nigeria, and Ivory Coast. Ha! In Ghana.
Ghana, and the United States pushed for a peace agreement and Taylor's resignation. In June 2003, peace talks began in Accra, Ghana, while fighting continued in Liberia. During the talks,
he will become vice president.
Indicted for war crimes.
Joel Taylor Radio.
Facing international isolation, military defeat, and rebellion from
Radio. Our former VP. Our former president. Our former VP was the first lady before she became VP. They two used to cable. You know what? She used to match their Bradley swag so bad. Like, I used to love both of them together, I'm gonna lie. Even though Bradley was a fucked up ass Bradley, but yeah, man, I got gave him props when it comes to fashion. He used to put that shit on.
Taylor finally agreed to step down. On August 11th, 2003, he resigned and went into exile in Nigeria.
I should exile myself, that my people will live to tell the story tomorrow, and that the goodness will come to this land. I accept the challenge.
I remember this speech.
Famously declaring, "God willing, I will be back." His vice president,
That man, he did say that, God willing, I will be back. What if this nigga really return, yo? What if he really returned? He said, God willing, he will be back to LIB. What if this nigga Taylor really returned to Liberia? And shout out to my first viewer, you feel me? You the first, shout out to you. What if if Taylor returns to Liberia? What would Liberia look like? And do y'all think if he returned, obviously I don't think he'll be interested in politics, but whoever the president is, good luck. Good luck.
Moses Block, briefly took power, but the warlords and
I remember Mr. Block
international community quickly moved to establish a transitional government. The Second Liberian Civil War officially ended with the signing of the Comprehensive Peace Agreement, CPA, on August 18th.
Is that CPA agreement on the internet? Somebody please, if you can't get me a copy of that CPA agreement or report, yeah, man, I would love to read it, because you know, I know there's a lot of tea in that report about this war. Just like the TRC report. There's a lot of tea in them joints, boy.
2003 in Accra.
Shout out to the third person watching this live. We're watching Liberian history of the war. Liberian hate talking about the war on the internet. Man, I
A
can't.
United Nations Peacekeeping Force, UNMIL, was deployed to maintain order.
All the different groups now are just there to steal resources. The more I dig into the war, you know, some are growing up they know nothing yet. We're just looking at it. What's going on? Our mind partner just telling them what to do. But our just what's going on? Are we going to eat today? Are we going to be alive today? But now actually dissecting on history, Liberian history on paper and watching some of this documentary, yo, the older generation, y'all fucked it. Y'all fucked our country up, man. I gonna lie, y'all fucked it up. Big time.
Combatants.
None of the women trying to show on you.
The war had lasted 4 brutal years and had killed an estimated 50,000 people, adding to the devastation.
That lie. It was more than 50,000. It was more than 50,000. Y'all don't let it happen. The people fool you. It was more than 50,000.
From the first civil war, Liberia was left shattered, a failed state with no functioning institutions, a traumatized population, and a generation of children who had known nothing but war.
And now they call it Zoko. The same children and they robbed them of their future. They call that Zogo now. And ladies and gentlemen, I got for you today, man. If you're watching this live, I appreciate you for tapping in.